Hello there, adventurers. It's Neon here with Neon Bird Games, and welcome to Neon's Game Night. For those of you that are new to the channel, Neon's Game Night is a video series I do where I hop into a game for anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour, get some first impressions collected, and then share sort of a collected thoughts near the end of the video. But tonight, we are checking out the game Towerborne. Once again, we are on our Xbox like we were last time with Wheel World, and Towerborne is a game that actually came out in early access back in September of 2024, I believe. That was available on the PC. It just made its Xbox debut this year in 2025 back in April. So this is developed by Stoic Studios and published by Xbox Game Studios, and I'm playing on the Xbox version through Xbox Game Pass. It's one of those games that I've been meaning to try out and sort of hop in and check for myself, but just either never had the time or just haven't gotten around to it. So I wanted to bring it onto the channel, maybe give me an excuse to play it some more. So without any further ado, let's get started and check out Towerborne. Alright, we start off good. We got a character creator. That's really nice. Okay, it looks like you can save different presets as you're going. That's nice. Okay, so I don't have to select. Let's do... what shall we do here? I love games that give you a character creator, gotta admit. Let's go ahead and start with... maybe this guy as a base. Look at those mutton chops. I don't know if I really want the mutton chops, but also kind of the look of this grizzled guy, this grizzled elf looking guy here. Looks pretty cool. Looks like there's already, just going through the presets, it looks like there's quite a bit of variety that you can have in your character creation, which I think is really cool. So let's go ahead and I'll select that as my my preset. No, not current. I want to apply that one. And we'll go over to body type. You got your different types of body types there. Kind of like the sound of voice 4. It's a bit more gruff. There we go. And skin color, I think we'll go a little bit lighter on the complexion, maybe? Where are we going? Here. That looks good. And then, alright, so that's all the things for our base. Let's see what else we can do here for our head. Oh, no, that's not what we want. Head. Get a little bit of a delay in some of my controls. I don't know if that's because of how I've got my recording set up and everything, and the capture card causing any delays, but let's see what we have. It looks like you have quite a different options here to add some face wrinkles if you want to make your character a bit more older looking, a little more weathered, and give your character some different facial features, so that's kind of cool. Let's go with, you know what, I think we'll stick with, I think we'll go with that. We got some more facial features that we can choose. This one is some freckles. Can do lots of different stuff here with some different eye makeup, different face makeup. It looks like you got bruises. Is there scars? Surely there's scars, right? It doesn't seem like it, honestly. That's kind of a scar. Doesn't that look like a... oh, there's got to be scars. It must be under details, I'm assuming. But we're just going to select none, because I don't really like the look of any of those for the character that I would want to make. There are lots of different nose styles. you could probably sit here and make a pretty goofy looking character if you wanted to. And I always love that option in these kinds of games where you have different character creation options, and then you can make some wacky looking characters if you want to, or you can kind of take it as serious as you want to as well. So I appreciate that. So let's go ahead, we'll stick with this nose. Ears, you know, you can make them nice and big or just a bit more casual and regular. I think we'll stick with do those ears. Let's see, I don't want to spend too much time here and bore you all to tears, but let's see what other kind of hairstyles we have. You got hairstyles all over the place. You got long, short, medium, spiky, everything that you could want, probably. I kind of like the look of that. Usually when I make characters, my first character in a lot of RPGs is sort of the golden-haired knight sort of character, so we'll probably be going with something like that. I like that color, or maybe that color. Perfect. And we can do our facial hair. You can have some really cool looking mustaches. Those are some nice mustaches you can have. I'm really liking the charm of the game so far. It's not like it's taking itself too seriously. I mean, especially with the kinds of mutton chops and stuff that you can have, right? That's pretty epic. Let's see here. Might go with that. That's a bit out there, isn't it? I mean, the mustaches are pretty cool, I gotta say. Look at that thing. That is pretty awesome. I think just for the sake of it, we gotta do that. We gotta do that, right? All right. That's also pretty hilarious. You can get pretty ridiculous with this, from what I can tell. It's pretty awesome. I like it. I like that a lot. Okay, being more serious. No, you know what? I'm going to be a little bit ridiculous. I'm happy to be a little bit ridiculous, and we're going with that. Massive stash. Okay. Once again, you got some eyebrow options. Now that we got the bushy mustache, we got to go with the bushy eyebrows, I think, too. Yeah, perfect. Perfection. Eyes, you know, we're not going to take too much more time here. I think we're going to just, because, I mean, none of the rest of the details really matter too much whenever we look like that, right? So let's go ahead and get moving on here. Input your ace name. Ace name is the display name presented to other players in Towerborne. Double spaces, emojis, or other special characters are not allowed. You can only choose your ace name once, so choose wisely. We're going to name him Stash Senior, because look at that stash. And there's one of my viewers and YouTuber friends, Stash, who does Starfield videos. His character in there is named Stash, based off of a character that was introduced in one of the updates. And I think this is a fun way to pay a little homage and say, no, I've actually got Stash Senior though. You know, is Stash Senior the ace name you want? Yes, it is. Success. Nave's name is currently available. See? So it's just the truth. Alright. So we now have everything done. We can edit or press and hold B to save and exit. So I think that's what we need to do. Perfect. Cutscene time.
After centuries of darkness and fighting for survival, humanity longed for a place of learning. A place of prosperity. A place protected from the monsters that roamed this land. We called it the City of Numbers.
No. Evil magic.
That old dream, gone in an instant. Our only hope for survival was to seek sanctuary here, in the Belfry. Since that day, the Aces are the Belfry's deathless defenders. Without them, there'd be no hope at all. Your journey as an ace is just beginning. Again.
Again? What does that mean? Come, take my hand. We need you. Stache Senior. I'm Paloma. And this is Mirror. I heard your voice in the ebb and found you. Alright, go ahead. Good, I'm going on ahead. Okay. Mirror, can you make sure they're okay? Of course, come here, dear. Okay, so we can move around. Also, for my Dragon Age fans who are watching, if any of you are Dragon Age fans at all, tell me that the main menu music, or the main sort of title music, doesn't kind of remind you of the Dragon Age Inquisition main theme. I was definitely getting that vibe as I was listening to it, but... Okay, so we go over here, and we can move around multi-directions. It's not just side-scrolling. We can move up and down. So this is supposed to be a single or co-op brawler game, similar to, I think, the kind of ideas to be similar a bit to Castle Crashers, which was a game that I played a lot back on the Xbox Live Arcade back in the 360 days, which that was really fun. That was Xbox Live Arcade, wasn't it? It wasn't like a full-on release. I might be getting that mixed up. For some reason, I want to say it was an Xbox Live Arcade game. But anyways, let's interact with Mirror. You don't remember any of this, do you? Unfortunate, but not uncommon. It'll come back to you. Courage can help with the fighting bit. In the meantime, he should be near. Uh-oh. Okay, tap up to use the Mender's Flask and heal. There is a limited number of flask uses per mission. Interacting with Mender shrines and defeating powerful enemies will restore uses. Okay, so I don't know if that's actually going to get caught by the video, but there was a little black flash. I'll either edit it out or we'll just comment on it right now. My recording does that occasionally. I don't know why. It hasn't seemed to be too much of an issue, and sometimes it doesn't happen at all. So hopefully it won't happen again. So I need a heal. Drink up. Drink up the potion. I gotta say, the art style of this game so far is, man, it's stunning. Like, the environments here, the whole premise of, like, having this city built on this massive, like, lighthouse tower. Chef's kiss. Great stuff. This is phenomenal so far. Shh, it's okay. We need to get to the Belfry, like Paloma told us. Can we talk to them? I want to go home. Okay, we can't talk to them. So let's go this way. Keep them coming, for I cannot be defeated. Talk to Courage. That's not a dog. Ace, come to heroically join me in Gobo Massacre? Oh, lucky for you, I could talk all about the art of battle all day. In case you don't recall, I'm Courage. And here come our training dummies. Alright, here are the training dummies. Light attacks, heavy attacks with Y. There we go. Chain combos together. Very nice. Perfect. seem to remember the basics well enough. Feels very good to execute those moves, I gotta say. Alas, I'm stuck here. Paloma insists I keep this area clear so the refugees can make a run for it. Look for Rix. She's a fellow ace. Okay. Sounds good. She'll show you how to use that Umbra. Is the Umbra the big glowing thing beside me? Maybe. Jump. Jump and we'll defeat these Gobos. Hey, nice. Hey, new guy. Hello, are you Rix? That's me. And that floating cat ball likes to be called Iska. Now, let's show these Gobos what an Umbra can do. Okay, Umbra ability is right trigger. Defeat the Gobos. I like that they're called Gobos. That just sounds funny. Instead of just orcs or goblins, they're Gobos. Or are they Gobos, since they're like goblins? Paloma's up ahead. I'll hang back and wait for courage. It might be Gobos, but Gobos sound funny too. Alright, let's go through here. Everyone move! We got more Gobos on the way! This way! What do I do? What do I do? There's chaos, destruction, and the telltale sign of somebody's got stuff for us is they have an exclamation point over their head. You know, I never knew why that doesn't happen in the real world. My heads-up display in real life must not be up to date, because sometimes when I can't tell when people want to talk to me because I can't see the exclamation mark above their head. It's kind of weird, you know, struggles of real life. Ace, just in time. Didn't want to panic the refugees, but it's not just more Gobos. Craft scouts are reporting a brute leading the pack. Just try to hold them off till I get back. What kind of jacket is that? Like, look at that thing. That you could hold furniture in that. Like, good grief. Can we talk to anybody else? Oh, we can't really go backwards. That's interesting. Once you start moving to the right, you can't really move backwards. At least not in this area. Strange. Yeah, we can't move backward here either. Evade is B. And then dodge roll is double B. Alright, Gobbo. Okay, so you can't attack upwards. You can only attack to the sides, but you can't attack like up or down. So that's interesting. So if there was a Gobbo like right next to us but below us, like right here, we can't attack down to them. At least not that I can see. We have to reposition ourselves to the side here and then take them out. Good to know. No, stay away! Defeat the Gobos! No, don't. Don't hurt these people. We need those supplies. I need the cheese for everyone. It's kind of weird. I'm wanting to be like next to them this way and then attack up, but that doesn't really work that well. Alright. Cheese secured. It looks like there's some tomatoes and peppers and carrots and all that stuff too. Yummy. Stash approves. Alright, Mender's Shrines. Interact with a Mender's Shrine to heal to full HP and restore a use of the Mender's Flask for all party members. So is the Mender's Flask our little potion? Beautiful. And yeah, we can't go back. Interesting. Man, I almost want to, because I almost want to be able to explore this game in like a ton of detail because of just how freaking gorgeous it is. What is that? Run! This is the brute. The Gobbo brute. Alright, we got this. Defeat the Gobbo leader. Alright, we got dodged just well. Ow. Alright, we dodged too late. Take that. Gobbo Brute. Alright, he's knocked kind of unconscious, so let's take advantage of this. We got somebody joining us, which is nice of them. Doing alright on health. We didn't do perfectly in that battle, but that's fine. Got another potion. Ace! Came back as soon as I can. And it seems that you didn't need my help. Well done. Glad you could return the favor for earlier. Refugees never get that chance. The Gobos should scatter for now, but it worries me that they're this close. And wearing armor. Alright. So I'm assuming we can't pick that up because we have enough in our flask. Paloma, bad news! Oh no. Another Gobbo army forming up at Snaggleshire. Love the naming. Again, how do they keep getting so close to the Belfry? Ace, you did great here. Ready for something bigger? Why, yes. Head to Snaggleshire. We need to stop it from getting out of control. Rix, you too. Alright, fine. Look alive, newbie. Who you calling newbie? You look at this glorious stash and call me a newbie? Yeah, my thanks. I'll tend to the wounded here. Good luck, Ace. Victory! Lovey. Love it. Okay. Mission time, 11:47. Progression. We got 1,000 XP. That's beautiful. Mission stats, enemies defeated, damage dealt. Alright, so there's some cool things here. That's quite nice. Alright, let's go ahead and hold an exit. Welcome to the world map of muSTACHE Senior. So this is the world map, huh? Gosh, I can't help but keep talking about just how gorgeous this game looks. This art style is magnificent. There needs to be more games like this, I just gotta say. And it looks like here we have quite a few different things here. Over on the right-hand side of the screen, we have what I'm assuming is our sort of quest tracker. It's called a Return to Form. We need to complete 2 missions on the world map. We've completed 1 out of 2. And then we need to reach level 3 as any class. Down at the bottom left, we have a few options here. It looks like the select button gives us our sort of social menu where we can create groups, check out our invites, go and accept friends, all that stuff, our blocked lists, all that fun things. Pressing start brings up hello. Brings up our character screen where we can track our quests. Go to the store. I see. So there's an in-game cash shop. Interesting. We're not going to really cover the monetization or anything of this game here in this video. I just don't really... I'm not going to be... going to get through enough of the game at all to really actually be able to make any sort of informed commentary about it. Looks like you can buy some items and outfits. Based off of what I'm seeing, it all looks really cosmetic. I don't think I see anything that indicates like XP boosts or anything like that, which is nice, but I'll leave that kind of critique for somebody that's more well-versed in Towerborne's monetization. Here in the left D-pad pulls up our quest log straight there, and pulling up the right D-pad. Oh, that hides and reveals our quest over there. And pressing up, do you want to return to the Belfry? Not right now. Do we have anything in our inventory? No, we've got 0 out of 80 items in our inventory. I mean, we can do... I'm assuming these are the different kinds of weapons that we can use. We've got sword and shield, war club, gauntlets, and daggers. Alright. You can get different gears. I don't know what the aspects are, if those are like outfits. But let's go ahead and continue then. I don't want to interact with Raiden. we need to go to a new thing. What is this? That's probably where we need to go next, because that's where the other character is, but we can't go over there. I specifically see a chest, and the looter in me goes, mine, I need the precious loots. Give it to me. And it's not letting me go over there. But it looks like the world map is kind of done in a hex grid style, which I think is really cool. I don't know why, but hexagons are just very pleasing to my brain. I don't know how else to say it, but let's go ahead and go to this next mission and try that out and see how things go. Alright, chance encounter. Let's see what kind of rewards. No rewards preview available at this time. Select danger level. Okay, so as you take different quests, and you can come back and do these different quests again, you can select danger levels. That's what I'm assuming, and that'll get you better loot, maybe, and allow you to keep progressing through some of these places. So let's go ahead and select this danger level 1. Break everything. There's loot in them. There are tree stumps. Well, you don't have to tell me twice. It's smashing barrels for any pittance of gold that I've ever had. Alright, Snaggleshire's just up ahead. Looks like more Gobos. Let's go. Yes, indeed. Alright, let's continue. Destroy the Gobo tent. So this is like their spawn. The combat feels really satisfying to pull off these little combos. Hey, not bad. You've got potential. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Since when did they get shields? Oh, no. You try breaking their blocks yet? No, I have not, as they've never had shields before. Iska can block break too. Umbra are handy like that. Alright, so block break, hold Y. Nice, and that created a stun. Perfect. Alright, and we just got to defeat now. There we go. I'm so impressed with this game so far. It just feels so fun to play, and when you have this kind of gorgeous environment to look at too, the combat is just very responsive, and I don't know, everything is just clicking right now, I gotta say. Weapon mechanic. Every class has a unique weapon mechanic that uses weapon meter. Weapon meter fills as you deal and take damage or when RB is held. Try pressing right bumper to use your class weapon mechanic. Alright. I do want to take that. Time to put that sword to good use. Oh, so that's the block, I'm assuming? Alright, there we go. Yeah, blocked. Alright, we got those guys. Easy peasy. This would be a great game for co-op. I definitely see why that they're advertising it as a nice, fun co-op brawler. It's going to be fun single player as well, I'm sure, but man, having a few people around to just kind of go havoc with this brawler beat-em-up style, I mean, that's what made Castle Crashers so great to begin with back in the day. It was just a blast playing with friends. And they disappear. Interesting. It's kind of a bummer you can't go back. Although, I guess there's probably not really much of a reason to go backwards in this game. Which is, you know, that's fine. Can break that. Hold on. Hang back for a sec. Okay. Got that guy. Gra, gra, gra. Alright, looks like we got another boss. We gotta stop that big one. Alrighty. Let's go! Oh. Alright, so so that took care of those ones. Let's get back down here. Help out. Ow. We're on fire. We are getting a little bit low on health, so we don't want to be too dangerously low. Alright, that worked pretty well. Hey, Courage is here. What's up, Courage? Am I too late for the giant Gobo? Didn't the Gobo come this way? Convenient, we were just on the way. Alright, well, join us. Even better, you're about to get some quality training. Better gear up. Here. Do we get more? Do we get new gear? Do we get loot? We get loot. I need it, yes. Lovely. What did we get? Was that just XP? Did we get items? Please tell me we got items. New items. We got Protector's Sword, Trainee's Belt, and a Worn Iron Sword. Okay. And we've leveled up to, what, level 3? Or we're level 2 now. We got plus 35 max HP, plus 3 skill points. You've earned your first skill points and first equipable skill. These points can be spent to equip unlocked skills by navigating to the Ace Skills tab in the menu. Alright. New skills and additional skill points can be earned for each class individually by leveling up that class. Close. Right. There we go. So now that we've done that, we've gotten the first part of that quest done. Now, or I guess we did all of that, and we've completed a map tile, which gives us Ace rank XP, like different things, so that's interesting. So I see Snaggleshire here is overrun by a bunch of Gobos. Pooper Snooper, look at... That's funny. Equip a skill in the skills menu. Let's do it. Well, first I gotta equip new weapons. And as you can see, there is a little indicator in the bottom right of this little sword icon that tells us that it is better. That little up arrow, I'm assuming, says, hey, this is better. And that does look like a really cool sword. Look at that. Take that. And did we get other things? Choosing your class. Each class is tied to a unique weapon type and offers a distinct playstyle. As you level up, you'll unlock class-specific skills that can be equipped to further customize your build. Your class defines your combat style with its own weapon and moveset. You can switch classes anytime from the class menu. Alright, so here you can use the skill points earned from leveling up your class to equip a variety of newly unlocked skills. Skills can be equipped or unequipped freely, allowing you to enhance your class's power or expand your combat options. When you unequip a skill, the skill points used to equip it are fully refunded. That's really nice. You may equip only one light focus skill and one heavy focus skill at a time. Other skill categories allow you to equip multiple skills, some with higher limits and others with no limit at all. Alright, so I'm definitely a sword and board type of character, so we'll stick with the sentinel stuff. And the only thing that we can really choose right now is this one here at the top, this weapon mechanic. Nope, the light focus skill. But it looks like there's a whole bunch of different stuff, and it's got a little video preview on the right, which I very much appreciate. It's always tough sometimes playing some of these character build games where you have a bunch of different skills and stuff to buy when you can't actually see what the skill is supposed to actually do. And even better, as I'm getting here to look at these standard movesets, it gives you like the controls that you actually need in order to execute them and what it looks like in battle. So big plus to that. That's just a very big quality of life feature that I think should be in any kind of game that has a bunch of different skills like these, where you're supposed to build things up, and it makes things nice that this game allows you to refund all those things for free and change them at any time. But especially in games where you have any sort of like restrictive purchases where you're sort of expected to just roll with the punches, and they don't have some type of window like this to sort of show you like what you're actually purchasing, is a big no-no in my book. So, points to Towerborne for that. Let's go ahead and equip that skill. And expressions. So we got different emotes here. That's cool. And stickers. So we saved those changes. Was there any other equipment that we could do? Sword and shield. Gear. Can we equip that? So no, if we go over the inner inventory, it just tells us what we have. But if we go over here, we can actually see initiates. So all of these are the same level. However, it just allows you to change kind of what they look like, depending on how you want your character to look. That's pretty cool. What else do we have? I like that it gives you some of those options right out the gate to sort of make the character look how you want them to look. All about customization, and I imagine that is okay. Then we got another one of those little flashes. I don't like that. Don't like that it's doing that. We're definitely going to have to probably fiddle with our settings a bit more to find out what the heck is going on. Yeah, I like that it gives you some customization options right off the bat for those. Pretty cool. Pretty cool in my book. Excellent. And wasn't there... I thought that we had some other gear, though, that would be better. I guess the trainee's belt is actually better. It is slightly better. Cool. Alright, so let's save those changes and then complete the Snaggleshire venture. What else do we have over here? What does going back to the Belfry do? I gotta know. Discovery mission, biome grasslands. Okay, so that's different than going to Snaggleshire. What if we come back to the Belfry? Well, I kind of want to see what this discovery mission does. Select danger level 1. Because this is how you explore the map, it seems. Go on some of these optional missions. And we got another one of those black flashes while we were in the menu, so don't know what that's about. Uh-oh, Gobos! We got a good block that time. Get our Umbra to go there. Perfect. Nice. Ow. I forgot that those are thorns and they will hurt. So that must have been like a perfect block or something, because that looked a bit different then. Than a normal block that I've gotten before. Take out more of these Gobos. Can we go up this way? No, we can't, even though it looks like there's a path. Alright. So far, these little Gobos don't pose too much of a threat, honestly. Especially since they kind of come one after another and throw themselves at me to die. especially we can get 2 of them at once. That's really nice. Good button mashing gameplay here. And it's just, the combos are really fun. It looks like there's quite a few different ways that we can chain together the attacks that creates different effects with launching them into the sky. You can do some juggling while they're up there. That's really nice. I feel like it's definitely one of those games that's kind of easy to get a hold of, but like has a high skill ceiling. Like you could really get very skillful with the combos and everything. Like a lot of different brawlers and fighting games, you can get very specialized with the moves. I mean, not quite as much as like a fighting game, but because some of those fighting games get really intense with the movesets and everything. But you know what I mean. High skill ceiling, I think, for this game. At least that's the impression I'm getting. Easy to learn, hard to master. Let's see. Okay, we're not doing very well. Or at least we've lost some health. So let's try and get rid of these guys. Now we just got some normal Gobos. Launch those guys back there. Perfect. Oh, that one broke my block. And I need to heal. Come on, drink. Do some dodges. Get back on track here. Perfect. Oh, we got some trunks and everything. We got some stuff there, and we interact with this. Victory, and that's the end. Alright, so getting to the treasure chest is basically the point. Okay, cool. We got more new items. We got some daggers, boots, recruits boots, basic spirit dust. I don't know what that stuff does. I'm sure that's part of some kind of upgrade system. But now we made it to level 5. Hell yeah. Alright, let's exit. I know I could return to the Belfry just by pressing and holding X there, but I kind of want to go back on the world map and see what happens. Alright, so let's go back to the Belfry, because I'm just curious, like, what happens when we go back. Is that just a menu, or is, like, can we explore it? Oh, it is. It's like a sort of a hub here. Perfect. What do we have? Oh, we can change our appearance at any time. That's a big, big plus. Looks like we can talk to Mirror. What does Mirror have to say? About the face right. We can chat with Mirror. Want to know something special about Aces? Since we bring you back from the ebb, your appearance doesn't have to be final. Anytime you want to change how you look, just visit my wagon. Love that. Snackleshire and most missions can be played with a group of players. Tap the select button, navigate to the social tab, then go to the group to use the group finder. Umbra are entities from the spirit realm that can be called on to help in battle using right trigger. Iska's ability is Fririkin, a long-range projectile that deals damage and block breaks. Umbra can be equipped in the loadout menu. Very cool. Alright, so you have this great little hub town here. Looks like there's some storefronts here that I can't interact with. So I'm not sure if that's just because I am not far enough along. What is over here? This game is amazing. Like, look at that. Every break I find myself looking over this balcony. Yeah, I can see why. Well, if you're busy looking to keep your mind busy, I've got an extra hammer available anytime. Wow. Gotta admit, I'm a bit enchanted by all this. What is this? Interaction locked. Progress further in the primary quest to unlock the request board. Okay. And that might be another thing, too. I just might not be along far enough. What is this? Go to the world map? No. I might not be along far enough in order to interact with some of these shops. Maybe that's it. Because it does look like there's signs here that tell me that there's shops this way. And it looks like this would be the place that I'd come and buy some new gear and stuff. Who's this guy? No available conversations. Alright, so it's pretty limited right now, and probably just because I haven't gone and done the Snaggleshire stuff, which is fine. I can understand all that. You can change your equipment. You can do all this in the menus, but I do like whenever player hubs and different stuff like that give you an option to like go to places in the environment. It's funny because that's something that back in the day Fable 3 tried to do, and in my opinion did not do it very well, was kind of create a sort of physical menu type of space, and got dragged for it pretty much. So there's world maps on both sides that you can go and select too. Looks like, is this place like a training dummy place? Interact. No available conversations. Right, so I definitely came back early, and I can't get through all of these interactions, but, you know, I'm now super curious about what all I can do here, and it's definitely making me want to go out and then play the thing so that we can figure it out. Check out the training hall. Okay, so welcome. We get this mail from the Towerborne community team. It tells us we can change our style, check out the training hall, have fun with friends, be welcoming and kind. Perfect. A lot of great stuff here. Alright, well, I think, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's going to be about where we kind of end things today. I think I'm running out of time. Let's go over here and look at that magnificent view again that was out here looking at the environment. Is there any way that we can hide the HUD? If so, that would be quite nice. Let me see. Settings, accessibility, font size, menu. That's not what I want. Gameplay. Player name. Can we? Let's just try to hide as much as we can. Hide. NPC names. Hide. Off. Hide. Hide all indicators. Hide indicators. Hide indicators. Is that going to give us what we're looking for? Nope, it doesn't really take off that much, but man, look at that view. Alright, well, ladies and gentlemen, this has been Towerborne by Stoic Studios. I gotta say, I've been incredibly impressed by this game, and I'm kind of sad that I've never tried it before, because, man, this just seems like a great game to hop in for a little bit, do a couple missions, relax, beat up some Gobos, and get some loot. And, you know, it doesn't seem like the type of game that you have to sink in a million hours at a time in to do a bunch of grinding. It feels like something that you can hop in, get a sort of a group together, or just go solo and have a fun time. I'm really, really impressed with the art style of this game and the music. Both of those aspects are just very welcoming and makes you feel like, you know, kind of draws you in and makes you feel right at home. The customization options that you get at the beginning with character creation are big pluses for me. I'm a big fan of character creators, and the amount of customization options are very impressive and not limited at all. You can do a whole bunch of different mixing and matching that really appeals to my sensibilities as a gamer. The combat so far has been really responsive, very intuitive, and just a blast to pull off different combos using the Umbra. I'm not by any means going to claim that I'm a skilled gamer, so what this would feel like to somebody that masters fighting in other brawling games, I'm not sure. But for me and my sensibilities, this game has been, so far, a blast. I can definitely see myself coming back and playing this game multiple times, and I think would be a perfect game for something that's sort of on the go, playing on like a Steam Deck or one of the many portable handhelds that are available these days, because just being able to sit down and do a mission real quick of this sounds like the perfect kind of game for that. But I've been super impressed with it. I think I might stay and play this for a little longer, but for now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to let you go. This has been Neon's Game Night, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked the video, consider liking and subscribing. Let me know how I'm doing in the comments section down below. But other than that, guys, I will catch you all in the next video. Cheers.